Good evening. The current state of the world and the country has left me with a couple of questions that I cannot seem to shake no matter how hard I try. Some of these questions are as follows. What happened to us? To us as a people? Why are we no longer a people who wants more out of life? Or is it just, what we are told? Are we simply told that we don't need more? Or do we just want nothing else? See, that bugs me. I've always grown up thinking that if you wanted more out of life, you should work for it, and nothing in life is given to you. You have to earn everything you come across. So for the entire country and the world to just be like, oh no, sit down and take whatever we give you, seems weird to me. Wondering what you all think as well. The question I had was, what happened to people who cared about their neighborhood? I remember growing up, I didn't have much, but I grew up in an area where at least people in the community and neighborhood cared about each other. We looked out for each other. You might not know all the people that you live near, but they actually did care about you as a person. What happened to people who cared about their family and their friends? Seriously. I go home, visit my family. I care about them. I miss them. I see them, when I get to, but I don't live near them right now, which kind of sucks, but still. But I still care about them. Now there's people who don't even care about their own families, who don't care about their own brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, all that kind of stuff. Now I understand if you got a bad family, you got a bad family. But do you got friends? Do you care about them? Do you care about your community at all? Because people used to. People used to care about their neighbors. People used to care about the people on their street. People used to care about the guy who lived a block away from you. You didn't know the guy who ran the sandwich shop, but you cared about him. Maybe you only cared because you got really good sandwiches or good deals on cigarettes or something, but hey, it was there, and it was good. What happened to wanting to leave behind something worth building? A better world for your kids, a better community, for your family, and for your friends. We used to build things in this world. We used to want to build things in this world. We could see something out there. We could have an idea and a vision of something worth doing, and we would do it. I want to know what happened. Where did we all collectively decide that, no, that's not worth it anymore? We just don't care. What happened? You tell me, what happened in your life to make you not want to do anything anymore? What happened to leaving a place better than when you found it? Now, that might just be something I grew up learning. Or might be something that everyone else learned too, but I always learn when you get somewhere, even if it's a simple, small apartment you're renting, or like a little crappy shack that you live in, leave it better than when you found it. You're going to be living there. Make it worth living in. I don't care if you put up a small decoration or a poster, but that's yours. You made it better. Now that goes for not just your small house or your apartment or wherever you're at. It goes for parks, goes for buildings you own, it goes for your workplace. If you can't take care of your workplace, then you can't even do your job. If you can't leave a place better than when you found it, you have got no business being there. What happened to hard work and earning what you have instead of being given everything over and over again? As we learned from Heinlein, something given has no value. Now, obviously, he was expressing that towards voting, but still at the same time, it applies to life. If you go your whole life being given something, you will never know its true value. Another quote that comes to mind is, "It is better to earn a little through effort and strife than to receive the world for no reason at all." That was Ronan McShane of 2019. But still, why don't we try to do better? Why don't we try to build things? Why don't we try to create things? We used to work hard to make things amazing, and now we don't work at all. That doesn't sit right with me. Does that sit right with any of you? You tell me. How about we do, as Carl Benjamin of the Lotus Eaters has recently said, and plant a tree whose shade you will never sit under. Now, for those of you who don't know what that means, it's do something that you won't ever see the outcome of, but you know it's worth doing. People used to build massive cathedrals. Those would take hundreds of years to build. You would start on that project, maybe you were a bricklayer or a mason, and you would die before it was ever done. You would never see the final product of your hard work, but you did it because it was worth doing. You wanted to build something that would outlast your life, that would outlast something else, and it would leave behind a legacy that you knew was worth preserving. What happened to men who could protect themselves and those they cared about? I mean, seriously, you don't need to be the toughest guy in town, but you should probably be able to protect the people you give a shit about, people you actually care about, the people you want to protect. I mean, what happened to people who could care about their community, want to protect it, and help build it into something amazing? I mean, you'll notice I'm saying a lot about family and community here. It's kind of important. Right now, you're getting told left and right that, look out for yourself. Oh, be amazing only for yourself. All these other people don't really care, don't really matter. Just look out for you, do what's good for you. I don't care if it's good for you. Is it good for the people that you care about? I mean, come on, seriously. What happened to women who fought fiercely to protect their families and help guide them to create a better home and community for the future generations? Seriously, what happened to women? What happened to men? Now we're all told a whole bunch of bullshit, left and right, about men and women, and none of it's true. None of it is accurate in any sense of the word, and it's all shit. We need to actually start standing up for what men and women are. We need to stand up for those who we actually care about and actually matter. What happened to wanting to be on equal footing instead of better than everyone else? I mean, seriously, that's pretty self-explanatory. Get yourself on equal footing with everyone else. Work hard for it. You can't ever ensure the outcome, but you can ensure that you do everything you can to get on an equal playing field with everyone else. You can work towards it. You can work hard. And maybe as hard as you work isn't as good as hard as everyone else does. But that's where your community comes into play. I know I'm probably not making a lot of sense here, but if you work real hard and you have built a good community and you're still struggling, your community will probably have your back. Because they've seen how hard you work for not just yourself, but your family, and for them too. What happened to make taking care of yourself into a bad thing? I mean, seriously. You look around nowadays, and I mean, especially now, they've got all these new Victoria's Secret models and all this other stuff, and they're promoting extremely unhealthy living and unhealthy lifestyles. Now, I'm not saying go be a super fitness god or whatever you want to do, and with that, but at least work a little bit. I mean, come on now. Get outside, exercise, eat better, read a damn book, learn a skill or a trade, try something new, do something with your life. I mean, here's something for you guys. Anyone listening, man, woman, doesn't matter. Do a push-up. Just go over there and do a push-up right now. Do just one. That's it. Just do one. Doesn't matter who you are, what you look like, or what you believe you can or cannot do. Just get yourself on the floor and push yourself up once. On the off chance that you don't have arms, then do something to exert force from your body. Whatever it is, have fun with it. But push yourself to be uncomfortable. You don't actually grow if you're not. Stay in that discomfort for a while and realize it's not a bad thing. Over time, it will build strength, character, and perspective. And you never truly know what you are capable of until you decide to find out. Now, have you previously done a push-up? No? Well, hey, now you have. Congratulations. Tomorrow, wake up and the first thing, hit the floor and do another one. Try for 2. If you're feeling good, go for 3. Do what you can and push yourself to do more. Ultimately, to be more. If you find yourself sitting around all day, as most of us are, working from home, use your spare time to better yourself. If you like playing games all day and can't squeeze in a workout, do it throughout the day. Every time you pause, do some squats. Every time you die in a game, do some push-ups. If you fall off a ledge or can't solve a puzzle, try some crunches or dips on a chair. Then get back to it. It does not matter what you do during the time as long as you push yourself to be better. You will see that you are capable of so much more than you ever thought. I personally love to play games. I played my fair share of tabletops, D&D, Nintendo, Xbox, Elder Scrolls, Dragon Age, Mass Effect, Stellaris. Recently got into Tropico, played 4, 5, and 6. Great games, they're all hilariously awesome. But what I realized while playing while enjoying an awesome amount of mead and cider at the Maryland Renaissance Fair is that I wanted to do more than just play those games. I wanted to be able to do in real life what I could in those games. So I talked to a couple friends, and we decided to go for it. So what we did some research, we built a forge, acquired some coal, some metal, and tried our hand at forging a blade. It is probably the worst knife ever made, and it's a bit more of a meat cleaver and a crowbar than anything else. It sucks, but that doesn't matter. What matters is that we did it. We sought out something new, and we did it. The next challenge? Figured why not? I'll try some parkour, some Ninja Warrior stuff. I love those shows, I love the Assassin's Creed games, why not? So I looked up a local, ninja gym and all that fun stuff, which they have online. You can find them, Google them, and all that kind of stuff, or DuckDuckGo them, or whatever you want to do with your search engine. Find one, go to it. They're actually kind of awesome. And I registered for a class. I attended the class, and it was extremely rough and painful. Pretty sure I vomited, but I learned from it. I learned that I actually enjoy doing that kind of stuff. I enjoy leaping over boxes, climbing up walls, falling off of salmon ladders. So I did more research, and again, with the help of some friends, we built a course in the backyard of my old house, where we tested ourselves constantly. We started holding events and challenges and competitions to see who could beat each other. Now, competition is a good thing. It's your friend. Competition makes you want to be better. When competing with good people, you push each other to do great things. You push yourselves to be better and to strive for more. And you're constantly being told nowadays oh no, don't do that. Don't compete against other people. Bullshit. Compete against other people. Make the competition fun for each other. Come on, seriously. Just get out there and do more. Learn more. And as I went through all this, I kept realizing that I wanted more and more out of life. My wanting to know more intensified, and I began to read books on sword fighting, knife fighting, lockpicking, wilderness survival, economics, political science, history, mythology, pretty much anything that related to the worlds that I enjoyed. And I was determined to be better than I had been the day before. So I began to question everything I came across. I began to question things I had known for years. I began to notice that things are not always as they appear to be, and that we should never take something at face value. We should take what is given to us and then test it and find out for ourselves if it is true and right. This led me to more questions and more answers that led to more questions, but ultimately it led me to where I am today. I moved across the country, found a property hidden away in the mountains, and began to build a world that I want to exist for future generations. I'm rebuilding the obstacle course, I'm rebuilding the forge, I'm building a range, and I'm determined to do more and to be more. I want to leave behind a legacy that is worth building. I want to plant the tree whose shade I will never sit under. What will you do today? What will you do tomorrow? Would you like to know more? Would you like to be more? And keep coming back, and we will explore this world together. I am the old man of the mountain. Sit and explore with me.